right now at 9. An emotional day in the Lowndes County courtroom as the suspect in the triple homicide got an unexpected reaction from the victim's family. Plus, a huge discovery during a traffic stop in Henry County leaves 3 behind bars. And first at 9, Airbus is coming to Alabama. The impact it will have statewide and locally. The details 1 hour earlier on the news at 9.
We know that Alabama has a lot to offer any industry. We continued our conversations with Airbus, and today, success is the result.
The state's economy just got a little better. Airbus starts its ascent to the American aviation industry, announcing plans today to base its first North American operation in Mobile. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tametria Conner. The foreign plane company will employ over 1,000 people eventually, and even more to build a plant. Raycom News Network political reporter Max Reese has been covering this historic announcement all day. He's in Mobile with the latest. The governor credits the long-term strategic plan Accelerate Alabama for today's agreement. Aerospace is one of 11 business sectors the state is pursuing to attract development. Well, there's a phrase, you have to spend money to make money, and that's the plan with the Airbus deal. Alabama is providing more than $158 million in economic incentives for the Airbus assembly plant. That money is for what's expected to be a $600 million investment in the state. Mobile Mayor Sam Jones says local and state leaders have been in talks with Airbus for 7 years. The incentives include bond expenses, site preparation, road improvements, building expenses, and worker training. Well, the plant will be in Mobile, but there could be a big impact in central Alabama from supplier companies. It will be a similar search process to those suppliers that moved to this area when Hyundai came to Montgomery. Chambers in the capital city and Auburn are actively working to land some of those new jobs. Reporter Jennifer Orvett continues our team coverage. And you can find more information about the company Airbus on our website. There you can also take a look at the type of plane that will be built in Mobile. Well, a major drug bust in Henry County today. Headland police say they confiscated nearly 100 grams of crystal meth. The bust happened during a traffic stop. News at 9 reporter Hannah Lane has more on that story. The 3 men arrested are now charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Investigators say the street value for the amount collected is at least $100,000. Well, an early morning fire in Montgomery destroys a local business. It took nearly 2 hours to put out the fire at Stanford Roofing Company. The shop co-owner says he saw the building in flames after returning from vacation. Despite the loss, he says it could have been much worse.
Buildings can be replaced, furniture can be replaced, computers, all that type of thing. Our primary concern is to make sure that we're getting things lined up in order to get moving forward again. Give everybody a sense of normalcy to the extent we can, and get phones, get furniture and computers, and move forward.
And thankfully, no one was inside the building when the fire started. 3 firefighters did receive minor injuries, but they are expected to be okay. Well, firefighters in Houston County also had their hands full with a fire of their own. It all happened at a Mobile home along Butler Road in Taylor. The owner tells the news at 9 lightning started the fire. We're told the bolt hit the tree, then bounced over to the house. The owner says his family was in the process of moving into his mother's house, so luckily no one was inside.
She'd been sick for a good while, and she passed away, but I think, and it may be just me saying this, but I think my mother passing away probably saved my life. That's about all I can say about that. I think she probably saved my life. Yeah.
And Butler says the family has suffered thousands of dollars in property damage. And this heat and dry weather can be a dangerous combination, and it doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon. Let's get a live check of our forecast from Chief Meteorologist Rich Thomas. Rich, any chance of rain soon? Well, it's one small step for men and one giant leap for Troy University. The school is partnering with NASA. Dothan police need your help catching a criminal. And the man accused of a triple homicide was in court today, but he wasn't the only one taken away in handcuffs. And a popular drug company is paying big bucks after a guilty plea in Alabama is getting a cut. Find out how much 1 hour earlier when the news at 9 continues after this. DeAndre Lee, the man accused of killing 9-year-old twins and their caregiver, appeared in court today, and the emotions overpowered some of the twins' family members. 3 of their uncles allegedly harassed Lee when he walked in, and one even made physical contact with him. All 3 were arrested for contempt of court and will spend a day in jail. The family members allowed to stay were given some in-depth information about the murder. The twins' aunt, like many, can't understand why this all happened.
How could someone do a human being like that? You know, just for no reason. How could he? Does he even realize how deeply we are hurt?
And the judge ordered this triple homicide case to go before a grand jury. The next grand jury is in a couple of weeks. If the case is not ready, the trial could be held until the beginning of next year. Well, in Dothan, police need your help finding a man wanted in a weekend armed robbery. Officials say this man walked into the Shell Food Mart on Hartford Highway with a handgun demanding money. He got away with an undisclosed amount, and if you recognize him, please call the Dothan police. Also, if you are able to donate blood, especially in southeast Alabama, now is the time. Red Cross says not a single location in the Wiregrass counties or surrounding counties have collected enough blood in 12 months. The banks have now run out of the imports, which are the backups to fill the shortage. Please go to the health page of WSFA.com to find a location to donate near you. Well, if you use one of the popular drugs, Paxil, Wellbutrin, or Avandia, we have some information you might want to know. Today, the maker of those drugs, GlaxoSmithKline, pleaded guilty to the largest healthcare fraud case in history. The company has agreed to pay a $3 billion fine. Alabama Attorney General Luther Strange says as part of the settlement, our state will get almost $6 million from the company. Well, Rich Thomas joins us now for another quick check of weather.
Yeah, we had the heat peak this weekend.
Yes,
that's good news.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it peaked. That means things are better. However, it's not a rosy forecast. It's summer in Alabama. We'll talk about the heat, the humidity, and the thunderstorm chances coming up.